Okay, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that's, well, it's really personal. It's something a lot of people feel, but almost nobody talks about. It's the strange paradox of earning more money than you ever thought possible, yet somehow feeling poorer than you've ever been. I mean, this question, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that exact moment, that feeling of confusion, even shame, when you're standing in a store full of beautiful food and you just can't. This is the experience we're going to unpack together. For so many of us, this whole complicated feeling gets boiled down to one single place, the supermarket. It's right there, under those bright fluorescent lights, where your new financial reality just smacks right into your old one. So, picture this. You see something familiar from back home. Maybe it's a bunch of coriander or some okra. You glance at the price, and boom, without you even thinking about it, your brain starts doing the math. It's like this automatic hardwired reflex that's about to cause a whole lot of stress. And this right here, this table, is the perfect picture of that gut punch feeling. You see $5 for coriander and your mind just screams, wait, that's 400 rupees. I could buy an entire field of coriander for that back home. And the reaction is instant, just like it says. You freeze up, you feel this wave of shame, and you just walk away. And that shame is real, you know? It's tied to this feeling of responsibility to your family, to your past. It feels like a betrayal to spend so much on something so simple. So you could be making six figures, but in that moment, you feel like you can't even afford a basic herb. Well, this whole experience actually has a name. It's called the rich-poor paradox. And it's all rooted in this one fundamental mistake we make when we move to a new country. We confuse currency with actual wealth. Let's break down what that really means. So here's the thing you need to hear. This is not just in your head. It is a real, documented phenomenon. You earn a high salary, sure, but your day-to-day life feels harder, less rich. You've lost all these other things that were a huge part of your wealth back home, things that you can't really put a price tag on. And this right here perfectly explains that illusion. Over on the left, you've got currency. That's the big impressive number on your job offer. But on the right, that's wealth. That's your actual purchasing power. It's about what you can truly afford. And more importantly, how you actually live your life. It's not about the number, it's about the reality. And this brings us right to the core of the paradox. It's this huge trade-off that you made when you moved, a trade-off you probably didn't even realize you were making at the time. Just look at this comparison. Back home, chances are you were time rich. You might have had affordable help, a cook, a cleaner. You had access to fresh food every day. You had your family, your community, your support system. Here, well, here you're goods rich. You can buy the new phone, no problem. But you are devastatingly time poor. You do everything yourself now. You're the chef, the cleaner, the chauffeur, the whole shebang. You've basically traded your entire support system for stuff. And this trade-off creates something called the poverty mindset of the new rich. As I go through this list, just see if any of it rings a bell. Rationing the heat, avoiding fresh vegetables, feeling guilty about buying a coffee, choosing processed meals to save a few bucks. This is what we call cognitive dissonance. The world is telling you you've made it, but inside your soul just feels like it's barely scraping by. Okay, so that's the problem. It's real, it's exhausting, and you can't live like that forever. But here is where we pivot. We're going to talk about the solution now. And it all starts with one really powerful decision, deleting that mental calculator from your brain for good. This slide right here is the key to breaking free. The old way on the left is that constant conversion. It's a form of mental self-torture, really. But the new way on the right, this is about measuring cost in what we'll call the local hour. All you do is ask, how many minutes of my work right here, right now does this cost? All of a sudden, that $5 coffee isn't 400 rupees of guilt, it's 6 minutes of your labor. This simple shift changes everything. It turns deprivation into a conscious choice, and that feeling is what this is all about. It's about empowerment. Because when you think this way, buying that bunch of coriander is no longer a betrayal of your past. It's just a simple choice you get to make in your present life, based on your current reality. A real choice. So, how do we make this real? How do we put this into practice? Let's talk about your pivot plan. This is a simple 3-step strategy you can use to start reclaiming your true sense of wealth. Okay, here's your action plan for this week. Step 1, actively delete that mental app. The second you catch yourself converting a price, just stop. You can even say it out loud. That currency does not exist here. Step 2, audit your phantom wealth. Ask yourself the tough question. Is the way I'm saving money actually starving my soul? Am I sacrificing my health to save a few dollars? And finally, step 3, and this one's my favorite. Invest in joy efficiency. Find one small, affordable thing from back home that always made you happy and just buy it. No guilt allowed. And you have to remember this reframe. Spending a little on something that brings you joy is not a frivolous expense. Think of it as a maintenance fee. It's the required maintenance for your mental and emotional health, which, let's be honest, is the engine that's going to power you through building this new life. So, we're going to end with this question, because at the end of the day, that's the real goal, isn't it? To actually move past this illusion of wealth on paper and start building a life that feels genuinely rich from the inside out. Are you ready to make that change?